AITA for not getting into a relationship with my girlfriend and best friend? So I, 21M, broke up with my girlfriend, 20F, a week ago. The reason for that is because apparently her and my friend, 21M, fell in love and also loved me and wanted the three of us to be together. I'm not the only one that thinks that's wild, and thinking about it still makes me laugh. Honestly, that's the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me. I have absolutely nothing against people in poly relationships, but really? To paint a clearer picture, me and my friend, let's call him Seth, have been friends since middle school. I used to spend nearly every day over at his place, so I'm pretty close with his family as well. At least enough for his parents to call me their son too. So yeah, best friends. Seth came out as gay in high school. Yes, gay. Not bi or pan or anything. Gay. As in, convinced he's not into women at all. And I never had a problem with it. Hell, I used to accompany him to every pride event hosted in town. Yes, I was sometimes teased for being gay too and me and Seth being boyfriends, but I always brush it off with a laugh. I met Holly 7 months ago at my cousin's birthday. My cousin and her have been friends for a little while back then, so she was invited. We started chatting and have been dating for about 5 months now. Holly and Seth would obviously see each other often due to me and would hang out one-on-one too, which I never had a problem with. They were friends, which I was happy about, and then it happened. Last week, Seth came over to my apartment to play games, while Holly was staying over for the weekend. Things were good, though now that I think back on it, the atmosphere seemed a little more awkward than ever. Anyway, Seth and Holly sat me down and begged me to listen to what they had to say. They revealed that they've had feelings for each other for a while now, but never acted out on them. However, they ended up talking about it a few days prior when the pressure became too much. And, like the geniuses they were, they decided that the perfect solution for their problem was for all three of us to date. Seth said that he's actually liked me for years, and I've been acting like a boyfriend anyway, so might as well make it official. Honestly, all of that came out of nowhere. I was shocked. Admittedly, I laughed because of how much I couldn't believe in what was happening. Yes, this was clearly an emotional affair or something of that kind, but this was the first time I heard people be so extremely delusional. Dating my girlfriend and best friend? No, thank you. So, yeah, I broke things off right then and there with Holly and told Seth to figure himself out before kicking them both out. I blocked them both on everything. Seth's family and my own have been contacting me for the past week to ask about what happened, but back off when I tell them the truth. I'm a bit upset, obviously. My best friend turned out to be untrustworthy, and my ex-girlfriend cheated on me in a way, even if it wasn't physical. But this is also kind of hilarious. I'm not sure. The reason I'm making this post, though, is because Holly's mom called me just yesterday. Apparently, her daughter hasn't been taking the breakup well. Said that Holly loves both me and Seth, and my reaction really hurt her. The whole thing with Seth started because they would talk about me a lot, and Seth is much more attentive than me. So that attracted her to him. Listen, maybe I'm not the best boyfriend in the world, but at least I'm loyal. Until someone betrays me. Holly's mom was looking out for her daughter, so I just thanked her for her time before hanging up. I have been thinking about the entire thing a little more, though. So, AITA for not getting into a relationship with my girlfriend and best friend? Relevant comments. Commenter 1, Ente. But are you sure you wouldn't give it a chance? If you don't like it, you don't have to stay in it. OOP. Pretty sure I'm not into dudes or having more than one partner. No hate towards people that do. Commenter 2, Ente. I think you got it right when you said they're delusional. It's not really your responsibility anymore. But is it possible he's been aiming at this for a while? Just seems like a startling admission to say he's liked you for years while saying he also loves your girlfriend. Given you say he was gay, do they actually have sex, etc., or is this some weird ploy he has to sleep with you? I may be paranoid, but that's where my kind would go. Although I'm bi, so maybe that's why my mind would go there. OOP, literally no idea. Seth has always been touchy and friendly with everyone, including me, so nothing to point at the fact that he's liked me this whole time. Commenter 5. What is even more shocking for me is Holly's mom trying to manipulate OP into accepting the relationship. That itself, IMO, very disturbing and disgusting. OOP. I wouldn't actually say her mom was trying to manipulate me. From what I know, Holly's always been very close to her mom. I met the woman a few times, and we got along. I could tell she really loves her daughter. That phone call was less her trying to pressure me into getting with Holly again, and more about seeing her and talking about what happened instead of shutting her out. Update: August 13th, 2025, 5 months later. Hello. It's been a while since my first post. My older sister asked me recently if I was planning to update people here and told me to do it when I said no. She told me that the people here might shake some sense into me so that I'm willing to do something and finally calls the cops, but I doubt it. Sorry, sis. About a month after my first post, a friend was celebrating his birthday. Obviously, I went despite knowing that Seth would be there. I was fine with that. That friend didn't have any drama with Seth, and they got along well. So I was just planning on avoiding the guy for the rest of the night. I came there mostly to have fun, but I heard gossip from some of my closest friends. If anyone here is wondering, Holly and Seth aren't together. Apparently, he threw her away quickly after what happened with the whole confession thing. Me and Holly aren't in contact at all anymore, and last I heard, she's already found herself a new guy. Fine with me. To get to the point, there was obviously alcohol at the party. We were all being idiots, and I always felt safe enough with my group to trust no one will let me get hurt or do something stupid enough to get in trouble. And yes, we had a few people staying sober either because they were driving or taking meds that made them unable to drink. This is actually a little hard to write. I do have some flashes of what happened, but I don't like dwelling on them. One of my friends drove me home. Seth drove with us too, and the friend left him with me because she wasn't aware of what exactly happened between us and Holly. I guess I know what happened, but even writing it down makes me feel heavy. I've had no contact with Seth or his family. They've been contacting me sporadically, but I shut them all out. My siblings are the only ones that know what happened because I ended up trying to joke about it once, and I got grilled until I spilled everything out. My brother wanted to pretty much kill Seth. My sister told me that Reddit might kick my ass into gear to at least go to therapy, because it's honestly harder than I expected. Like there's a barrier keeping me from looking into any options I have. Do I hate Seth? Yeah, the thought of him repulses me. Do I still care about him? Also, yeah, I've known him forever and have seen him as my family for years. So, do your worst, Reddit. I also know people don't like it when there are no updates, so this is a gift from me to all of you, hoping that anyone reading this is having a better time than me. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. Call the frigging cops, you absolute peanut. Therapy and repost that abuser. Do you realize that if he had guts to do this to you, he will do it to someone else? Don't be like me. I never reported my abuser, and he hurt others like he hurt me. It's not a joking matter. You must do it. OOP. Downvoted, yeah, I know that I joke around, but I also know this is a serious situation. It's been almost 4 months since the situation with Seth happened, and I only feel sick when I think about reporting this to the police. Unfortunately, where I live, things like that aren't treated as seriously as they would have been if I was a woman. OOP responds to a longer comment regarding the mixture of things that are keeping men from making reports. OOP, a couple of years ago, there was a scandal in our town because a teenage boy got drunk at a party and also got assaulted by a few of his friends, both girls and boys. The parents tried reporting it, but it didn't go anywhere. He was being mocked about it, saying that A, he must have enjoyed it with the girls, and B, it wasn't assault because it was with other guys. I do mean it when I say that I know that there should be at least a report when it comes to Seth, but the police won't do anything about it, and if it gets out what happened to me, I may literally go through the same thing that the guy did. And yes, he ended up taking pills and passed away soon after all of that. I wouldn't say I'm in a bad state like that, but still, I don't want it to get worse. Commenter 2, how will you feel when Seth does this again to another guy? Even worse, what if the next guy ends his own life over it? How will you feel then? OOP, I mean, is this a serious question? I'd feel like shit. Yeah, I'm not to blame for Seth's actions, but I'm capable of compassion. Doesn't change the fact that there's literally nothing I can do because the police here don't bother with most things, and most have a mentality that guys can't get sexually assaulted.